Luke, congratulations, off and running in Australia. How would you assess the performance overall?
Yeah, there's not really much to say to you, honest. I don't think it was great. It's a lack of it's a lack of effort for myself. It's not. I've not really practiced since the World Match Play when I lost. I've been on holiday and stuff, so lot of other things been on my mind. So yeah, I got what I deserved. Really, I've not really been practicing, and that's my own fault. So yeah, it wasn't great, but got the win, and hopefully tomorrow's different.
You talk about that early exit of the match play. Obviously, I know you never want to lose, but has it quite been nice that you've been able to completely recharge your batteries and have a break that normally you wouldn't be able to have?
Yeah, when I lost it, I was obviously, a bit disappointed to lose, but of course, there is positives in a loss, and that's I get to spend more time with my family. Of course, I'd love to win everything, but when you don't, it's there is positives in there. The only positive for me is I got to spend more time with my family, and I enjoyed that, and got to go on holiday, and yeah, we had a good time. So it was, different for me. Obviously, the last 18 months, 20 months, whatever it's been. I've not really had opportunities to do that. So, of course, disappointed that the match play didn't go my way, but you can't win everything, and I had a chance to do something different.
Can you talk us through the at the end where you're pointing to the sky? What's the significance to that?
Yeah, that's I can't talk about it right now. You'll find out.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. Looking forward though, how important is this
Just,
block?
just, just bad news. Just bad news today. That's all.
No, I understand. That's fair enough.
Hmm.
Just looking forward, how significant are these two World Series events to get you ready for the back end of the year?
Not really, to be honest. I'm just going to enjoy these, have a bit of fun with my dad. It's been hard for my dad recently. He's been going through a lot with other things that everyone will find out about soon. But it's not been easy for him, so it's nice to come over in and have a bit of time out and I'll have some fun. And I'm on holiday straight away after I come back from New Zealand for 10 days. And as soon as I come back from that holiday, and I think the next one I have after that is the Czech Darts Masters. That's when I will be on it. I'll start practicing harder again because I have neglected it, I'll be honest. Since the Premier League, to be honest, I think when you're in the Premier League, you're playing all the time. You don't neglect it. You're on the ball. But since that Premier League, I've just not had the mindset to want to practice a lot. And no, that's my fault. That's me being guilty. It's not been one of the things that I've done many, many years over my life. Usually I'm quite consistent with practicing, but I've been guilty of it. And when I come back from that holiday, I'll be back on it and really have that energy and charge to try and have a good back end to the year.
Cheers, Luke. Thank you very much.
Good,
Hi,
mate.
Luke. Well done on the win
Thank
today. Johnny's obviously quite an accomplished player on the DPNZ circuit and out in that region. Were you surprised with what you saw today from him, or was it what you expected?
No, Johnny's one of the toughest draws of what you could get. So I think Simon, Hooper Puar and Johnny, and I think they're probably the toughest three you could draw, in my opinion. So I knew I had a tough draw. He probably could have played a lot better than he did, to be honest. He had control, and I had a really good spurt for three legs to took the game away from him a little bit, put him under pressure. But if I didn't do that, it could have been a completely different situation. And, he could have been 3-4 nil up and it would have been, very tough for me. But I showed a little bit of class in that moment where I didn't let the performance that I was showing defeat me. But yeah, I know Johnny can play a lot better than he did. And he played well, to be honest. He was all right. But yeah, I was very, very fortunate that he missed a couple of big shots here and there that allowed me in.
You talked a little bit about the sort of neglect of the practice. I guess the routine changes quite a bit from the Premier League when you're on the road and you've got that set routine from week to week. Is the routine something that you think affects practice and time on the dartboard?
Yeah, it can do, to be honest. Just like I said, there's no one else to blame but myself for that. It's not like it's not like anybody I can blame for it. It's only me, it's me that's neglecting it, no one else. It's not like it's impossible for me to go and practice after the Premier League. It's one of them things where your mind just disappears a little bit and you enjoy the moment and you're not playing in a lot. You're missing European tours here and I'm missing Pro Tours there and I'm missing World Series events here and you're not throwing a dart for 3 weeks. You come cold again, you play, and then you're not playing for 2 weeks again, and you're cold again. So yeah, I think it's just that part in the calendar that you got about 2.5 months where I'm not really playing in much, and I'm one of the players that needs something to play for to practice. So that's what I said to Phil. I think the last 4 months of the year, I'll probably be a lot better because I'll be practicing and playing a lot.
And the balance of having that competitive edge on the World Series this weekend with having that time away, using it as a bit of a time to recharge. You say you've obviously got your dad out there, which is really important to have him by your side. How do you balance all those things?
Yeah, I mean, whatever happens this weekend won't have no effect at the back end of the year because obviously I'm going away for 10 days on holiday again, and there's 2 days in between that, so it's 12 days off of practicing again. So this is not going to have no effect if I win both events. It's not going to change anything. So, like I said, when I come back from that holiday and I've finally had a good rest and a good enjoyment with my family, then I could come back. They've got to defend the Grand Prix, Grand Slam, the Players Championships, the Worlds. I got all this to defend, so I have an ambition in my mind to want to try hard and practice hard.
Okay, thank you, Luke.
Thank you.
Hi Luke, well on your results today. Good to see you again, and thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Just well, I know we've alluded to it slightly, but is this when we get through the summer and we get into the winter, you come into your own usually in the winter when it gets autumnal. This is when you made your big move a couple of years ago, and do you feel like that's? Do you feel when it gets a bit chilly, you think, you know what, this is my time. This is when I do the darts predominantly. I know we have the match play. It always feels like a winter sport. Is there something in your makeup that makes you feel like that?
Not really. I just think for me, it's more about I'm playing a lot and I feel fresh. And I feel like when I'm playing a lot, practicing a lot, that's when I'm at my best. Obviously, the last couple of months I've not been, and like I've just told everyone, I've not been putting the effort in. But it's not an excuse, it's my own fault. And I know that because I've been struggling in the World Cups and a couple of European tours and the match play. If I was sharp, I would have probably been a lot more better in the match play. But it's only one person to blame. It's myself. But it's not like I regret it. It's just sometimes you get found guilty of not battling hard and working hard. And I say it all the time. When I won the Masters, I said I was going to practice harder than ever, and I didn't. So for me, I think I've realised that I have to go back on the practice board now and work hard because if you don't practice hard, you don't reap the rewards.
Yeah, listen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Luke, well done on that win there. You talk about the hectic schedule that comes with being the world number one. We've seen in the past a lot of people pull out of this tournament just because it is such a commitment, such a long way from home. Do you feel a responsibility almost as the world number one to fly the flag for the PDC on the world stage?
Yeah, a little bit. I had this conversation earlier. I think that when I feel like sometimes the PDC give you so much and they're so respectful and I've earned so much money from the PDC that you kind of look at this one and feel like you have to give something back. You do because they're so great to you and they give you every opportunity. And for me, I feel like sometimes you have to give them something back. Obviously a lot of the players don't want to travel because it's school holidays and they want to go on their own holidays. But for me, I feel like this is the one that you really have to commit to sometimes and give something back. And I think me and Luke obviously have had such a busy year this year, but we feel like we have to give something back to the PDC. Of course, we won't be here every year because we have to have a break from it. Especially for me, I have kids. I can't be away every Australia for 2 or 3 weeks and miss my kids' holidays and. My stepdaughter that you got 6 weeks off, and I don't get to be there to entertain them. So yeah, of course, I feel like you have to give something back. And, I love it. It's a great country. It's great people. And, when I'm over, I enjoy myself. But of course, I have a family at home that I also owe a lot to as well.
Thank you, Luke. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.